Right, how's it going everyone? Chris here with another question time video episode. This week I've gone through and answered a bunch of questions on my Formspring account in text format. But there's one question in particular that's cropped up a couple of times. It's quite a meaty question that requires quite a response. So I've just selected that one question that I'm going to talk about this time, and that is. Hi Chris, I started a website and I was wondering if you have any tips on how to increase traffic to the website. And the second version of that question was, hi Chris, I've created a website for myself and I was wondering if there was any way of getting more traffic to it to gain more clients. So two questions on basically the same subject. So like I say, it's quite a meaty response, so I'll spend a bit of time just talking about this one subject. So basically there's three types of traffic that you can get to your website. There's your direct traffic, your search engine traffic and your referral traffic. Now your direct traffic is kind of like the cherry on the cake. That's kind of what you're aiming towards, where people already know of your website and they'll just type it in straight away and bring it up. You've got your search engine traffic, which obviously is getting visitors from search engines, so they're searching for a particular thing and you crop up. And then you've also got your referral traffic, so people have kind of referred you to it. It might be on social networks like Twitter, Facebook, or other design blogs and things like that were rounding up useful articles and content. So first little step you can take is in terms of SEO, search engine optimization. Now this basically only really covers your page titles. Your HTML, you want to kind of use the correct HTML tags on paragraphs and headings and lists and block quotes and things like that. Make sure your HTML is all nice and tidy. Use headings for splitting up your content and drop in a couple of your keywords in your content just naturally. You don't really want to go any further than that. That's basically all SEO entails as far as I'm concerned. So after that, there's basically four ingredients or four steps from my experience on how I've kind of developed traffic to my websites. First up is to set up a blog, either on your website or if you built it in WordPress, you can either attach a WordPress blog on your domain, or you can build the whole thing in WordPress and use the WordPress functionality to create a blog. Then once you've got your blog, you want to post out valuable information for free, and then the third step or third ingredient is time. Just keep doing that for maybe between 6 months to a year, and then eventually you'll get those good search engine rankings and get that traffic. So I'll give you a few examples. I mean, obviously the main one for me is my Spoon Graphics blog. That's now got quite a bit of direct traffic where people know of it and they'll type it in and visit it and see what's new. The main source of traffic is from search engines, because obviously there's 4 years worth of archives. So basically any topic relating to Illustrator or Photoshop comes up on the first page of Google. My site comes up as one of those. One of my old posts comes up. And it also gets a lot of referral traffic, which obviously helps it grow, and is what helped it grow in the first couple of years, where people were linking to my articles and in news roundups and things like that. So obviously that's made out of WordPress. That's that first step. I built it with making use of the headings and lists and things like that. I always drop in keywords every now and again, like Illustrator tutorial. I mean, keywords in your content will be dropped in naturally, because you're talking about something that's if I'm posting an Illustrator tutorial, then it's natural for me to put Illustrator and tutorial in the post content. So that's kind of just comes along naturally. What else have I put? So then after that, it's posting out valuable content that people are going to find interesting, and then it's just a case of keep on doing it over a long period of time. So obviously, people find my design tutorials handy. Once they've found them, they'll often share them with friends or blog about them or retweet them and things like that. And that's what develops that referral traffic. Over time, those posts will also get good search engine rankings because of all these people linking to them. And then in turn, all these free posts that you're posting out to help people will then benefit your site as a whole, because your site will then have good page ranks and it'll be seen as a source of high quality information that's regularly updated in Google's eyes. So as opposed to a static website which has got, say, 4 or 5 pages that haven't been updated since they were first made, that just kind of gathers dust in a corner of the internet somewhere. Whereas a blog is constantly updated with fresh and useful content, so Google sees that as more important and will bump it up the search engine search engine rankings. So I've developed quite a few tutorials on Illustrator tutorials and Photoshop topics and things like that. People then find my site through those tutorials and often get in touch to hire me for work through those, and it's my portfolio just stuck on the main portion of the domain, which is sat there not really doing much. So blogs kind of the main ingredient for it all, and combine it with time, it will soon see some opportunities for you. So a second example is my fiance's website. I mean, that's probably the second website that I've kind of developed from start to finish. Obviously I've done lots of client websites, but my job kind of ends shortly after the website goes live. But obviously my fiance's website, I've kind of helped grow that from start to finish up to present day. She's a driving instructor, by the way, so that's the topic of her website. She's a self-employed driving instructor offering driving tuition. Just her at the moment, but she's soon looking to branch out and employ some more people. So we started that about 3 years ago, I think, when similar times to when I went self-employed, or maybe it was a year before, something like that. So the same things. I mean, direct traffic. It's not overly well known. It's a popular driving school, but obviously people don't know about it enough nationally to just type it in. So you get good search engine rankings now, because it's been going for a few years, and driving tuition's not kind of got the community like the design industry has, so she doesn't get that much referral traffic, but there's a few little ways that we've kind of got a few referrals here and there. So same again, first step was to attach a blog. Originally made the website in static HTML, CSS, and then added a blog as a separate install, but I've since rebuilt it all into WordPress to kind of make the most of WordPress's clean and good search engine optimization ability, whatever. So it's got a blog on there. We posted out some topics like how to apply for a provisional driver's license, tips for driving in snow, just little things like that are related to the topic of driving, and those posts have since got good search engine rankings. If you search on Google for how to apply for a provisional driving license, I think we're at the top or near the top, Revolution Driving Tuition, and then it's the government website on how to apply for a driving license. So we often get phone calls of people thinking that we supply driving licenses and things like that, but it just goes to show, like, posting out free information can get a lot of traffic to your website, because it's a valuable source of that information, which then boosts the profile of the website as a whole. So then she also gets good search engine rankings for the more appropriate keyword terms like driving instructor Sheffield, female driving instructor Sheffield, which come up near the top because we've both optimised the page content and the titles and headings for that, but also because the site as a whole has been recognised as a source of valuable information by Google, so it's got a good page rank. So like I mentioned, it's those mix of adding a blog, posting out useful content over a long period of time, and in time that content will get good rankings, which will then in turn help get your traffic to your primary keywords. And then there's also things like social media and things that you can develop your own brand, like I kind of do, posting out tweets and design links, and Laura occasionally does the odd driving news update and things like that, and it's just basically just making a little community out of your friends and followers, and kind of making a brand out of it all, and that kind of helps with the direct traffic. aspect, because people who are within your little community will know of your site and will visit it because they already know of it, and it make you regular visitors. Right, so I hope those that bit of rambling kind of made sense and helped out a bit. So let me know how you get on, and hopefully you'll get some nice traffic in the future. But the main thing to bear in mind is it takes a lot of time, so you've got to kind of be pumping out content, and there's probably going to be not many people reading it at first. You've just got to keep on doing it. That's why you've got to be passionate about the thing that you're talking about. So it's got to be something that you could spend all night doing with no return on it, and you just got to keep doing that until 6 months or a year down the line. Then the opportunities will come around. So as usual, I've picked out a few interesting design links to talk about. First up, we've got a Photoshop tutorial from Adobe Tutorials.com. It's quite a cool text effect using Photoshop, and it's I think it's in the same style as Adobe Lightroom. That's kind of what the tutorial is based on. But it's got some cool, like, colourful, abstract sort of wavy lines that make up the text effects. So the best thing to do is just head over there and check it out. It's quite interesting. Second up, a topic that kind of fits in with what we've been talking about is a post from 6 Revisions, SEO Beyond Your Site. Gives you some useful tips on how you can enhance your website's search engine optimization with things like your Twitter profile and Facebook, and using social media to kind of boost your rankings. So that's kind of what we've been talking about, so that those little tips might also help out. And then finally, a post from Spire Studios, 40 awesome Illustrator tutorials. Nice to see a couple of mine being featured in there, which is always appreciated. There's some really cool ones from from Abdazido and other popular websites. Head over and check those out if you're into your Adobe Illustrator, and check some of those links out. Some cool tutorials. So, like always, if you want to submit a question, drop it into my Formspring account. Every couple of weeks I'll go in and answer all the questions by text format, and then pick a few out and then do my little video recording, and then post that on the question time slot for that week. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.